Hey, what's up guys? ScrewDog77 here, and we're back again in the Ratchet and Clank Let's Play, Part 7. And I'll be kicking things off with getting some weapons from the Gadgetron vendor here, and you can see we have a new weapon over here, the Mine Glove. And if you look at our bolt counter up at the top right corner of the screen, you'll see that we have a lot more bolts than when we ended off last time. Nearly 50,000 more bolts. You see, you remember back in Part 4 I said that, I didn't want to get the Glove of Doom because it would set me back and I wouldn't have enough bolts to get weapons actually like later in the game. But I decided I really wanted to show off as many weapons as I could to you guys, so I'm going to be getting all the weapons that I can. So that's why I grinded up so many bolts so that I could afford some guns later down the line that I wouldn't normally use. Like both of these, the Glove of Doom and the Mine Glove. So we're going to purchase the Glove of Doom, and I'm going to up its ammo all the way up to the max. For some reason I started at 3 instead of 5. I thought it was 50, but whatever. And then I'm going to quit. I'm not going to buy the Mine Glove yet because then we won't get a special cutscene. So here we go.
Did you know?
I know what I'm doing. Oh, it's telling me about the quick select. Okay, I'll get to that in a sec. But we're also going to buy the Mine Glove now. And as you can see, I don't think we would have been able to buy both at the end of last part. I think maybe I had like 12,000 bolts at the end of last part. We wouldn't have even been able to buy both. But now we've bought both and we still have 44,000 bolts. And it is similar pose. Okay, so what it was telling us up there is that the quick select is full. So when we got the hydrocerator, that's not what it's called. When we got the hydro displacer in the last part, it took up the last spot we had in our quick select. So what we can now do is we can go and we can replace certain things. So, for example, for the first part of this level, we're not going to need the hydro displacer. So I'm going to replace it with the Glove of Doom so I can show it off. And then, we don't really need the suck cannon for a while. I don't think I'll be using it all on this planet, so I think I'll be replacing that with the Mine Glove. So now, we're pretty set to test out these weapons, and I'll be showing them off right here, and then I'll probably ditch them. Nah, I'll probably be able to use them a lot more. So as you can see here, we're going to be taking this first path to Rilgar, and if you remember at the end of... nearing the end of, part 3, we heard from the Quark robot that Captain Quark was supposed to be hosting a sort of intergalactic hoverboard championship here on Rilgar in Blackwater City, which is where we are right now. And so, hopefully if we can get to the hoverboard races, we can actually meet Captain Quark and finally get done with this little plot point that we're looking for, and we can progress. And maybe he can help us, stop Drek. And by the way, back there you saw I used the Glove of Doom. And I mentioned what it did back in part 4 or 5, but I'll mention it again here. So you throw out the little gloves, and they look like Gadgetbots from the last part. Remember when we did the Clank section? They sort of look like those, but, fuck. If you throw it in the water, then it doesn't work. But they just run after enemies. So as you can see, they're just going to home in on these guys and they'll kamikaze into them. Come on, get them. Yeah. And here we have Amoeboids, and you're going to see because these guys are going to charge into it, but they break off into smaller little units. And hello, there you go. The Pyroster is really the best. The Pyroster is still the best weapon for taking these things out. But yeah, they work fine. The Gadgetbots are pretty awesome. They can't attack sky-bound enemies, so, that's not going to really help you out there. But for what we needed to do, it got us through this little section here. So now I'm going to be actually showing off the Mine Glove and actually realize that this is a really good place to show off the Mine Glove because these guys don't really start running across the bridge when we open it up, to my knowledge. So as you can see, we open up the bridge, and let's say we throw out one of these little mines, okay? Now, if we use that in conjunction with the Taunter actually extends the range on these things. So watch. That didn't work at all. Lol. I want to show this off, god damn it. Okay, let's try this again. It like doubles the range. Okay, so check it out. It can't get any of them right now, but if I use the Taunter now, it definitely should get them. What the fuck? Whatever. Okay, I swear this works. But whatever. Now I'm gonna be using... Yeah, get him. Anyway, what the Mine Glove does is it waits for enemies to get within range, and then it attacks them. Like, you see the spikes come out? So watch, this time I'll use the Taunter to attract the enemies to this location. And wow, the bomb crate took out most of my shit. And wow, that didn't work. Okay, so now you are understanding why I don't usually get the Mine Glove. or the Glove of Doom. I mean, the Glove of Doom is pretty good, but the Mind Glove I rarely use. But on this first pathway, we're going to be... This is probably the longer of the two pathways. We might be here a while. And if you notice here, if we sort of hang to the back, the sort of hazmat suit guys will go after the sludge, the amoeboids, and vice versa. They attack each other, which is interesting. We haven't seen anything like that where enemies will actually attack other enemies. So there are some sections in this level, and I think... no, in this level, the hazmat dudes are only in this level. And so, but as you saw, and we'll see later, you can take advantage of their AI and make them, like, fight each other while you just hang back and, like, watch. There's actually an area later in the level where you can trap a few giant amoeboids with several, like, 9 or so hazmat dudes. And it's actually sort of like 50-50 on who's gonna win. Now, I've seen it go both ways. I've played this game quite a bit. But, yeah. That's pretty cool. So we actually approached the first continue point. As you can see, they're not worried about me. I can take all the time I need, and then bam, Mind Glove. Yeah, get him. So the Mind Glove seems to be taking out these dudes in one hit, which is pretty solid. I gotta say, so I attract them here. So you can sort of attract them yourselves, or like I said, you can use the Taunter. But I guess, so if you use the Taunter on a Mind Glove and they're not within range, like of both, of the extended range and the regular range, it'll just blow up. Because you can blow these up like with your wrench, just hitting them will blow them up, and it's sort of like a waste of ammo. Like what I just did. Boom! 2 birds, 1 stone. Ah, shit. Okay, here's a good example of us using the Glove of Doom. They should go right on ahead and take out that tank for us. And I'm surprised it only took 2 of those guys to get the tank. But, let me grab these bolts and start up at the vendor, but it looks like there's someone we might want to talk to over there. Like, what's up with that? But I really need these bolts. Even though I grinded for hours to get up to 60,000 bolts, we're still quite set. We're still set back quite a bit, and I still had to buy all that ammo. Now I can buy those, buy one of those. And I think, yeah, we're full on all. We might not. We're full on everything. Full on everything then, because I know we're full on the Bomb Glove. We haven't used that at all in this part, and I was full when I left. Okay, so we come over here, and who's this? This looks like the same species as Skid and his agent, but yeah, let's check him out.
Rhino for your robot. Trade you.
Well, okay.
Ratchet.
I'm kidding. Sorry, he's not for sale. What's a rhino anyway?
Rip ya a new one.
What did you just say to me?
R-Y-N-O. Rip ya a new one.
Why, that's the most powerful missile launcher in the galaxy. I know it's worth a lot of bolts. He must have stolen it from the blarg.
Stolen? Look, trash can. Did I say anything about it being hot? You better watch your mouth or I'll...
Wait, don't tell me. Rip you a new one.
Hilarious comedy. So anyway, I hope this dude wasn't offensive to any particular races. I'm not gonna elaborate on that any further. So anyway, the Rhino is the most expensive weapon in the game, and actually the most expensive thing you can buy in the game. At all. There's nothing more expensive in this game. It cost 150,000 bolts. I should have just, kept the little thing up there that says, buy the Rhino for 150,000 bolts. We don't have that, and like I said, grinding for over like 3 or 4 hours did not get me. It barely got me to 60,000. So you can fucking bet that that is a pain in the ass to get, and that it's very hard to obtain. There is a glitch that I will be showing off after the playthrough that'll make getting bolts a lot easier, and we'll be using it to get a certain ridiculous trophy. Okay, because like I said, we're platinuming this game is what I mean by 100%. Okay, and one very disgusting trophy that they decided to add in the PS3 remake of this game is that now we need to get 1,000,000 bolts for a trophy. And like I said, it would take us a ridiculously long amount of time just to get the Rhino by just getting bolts. I could go through the game 2 or 3 times, and I would not get 150,000 bolts. So this was the section I was talking about, by the way. But that trophy is fucking ridiculous, and there's no way I'm obtaining that shit. Obtaining that shit legitimately. It's ridiculous, and I'm trying to get the fuck away from these guys so that I can watch the chaos ensue. As you can see, it is pretty one-sided this time. But there was some good fighting. But yes, we will not be getting that. The Rhino we will not be getting legitimately, technically. There's a glitch actually in this city that we can perform here, but I'm not going to do it here. I'm going to wait till challenge mode, because I definitely don't want the Rhino in, in my main playthrough. The Rhino is basically the most powerful weapon in the galaxy, and it's sort of a running staple in the series that the most powerful weapon is the Rhino. Even the spin-off games in the series have the Rhino in them. And it's generally always the most powerful weapon to use. We'll be seeing all the way up to like 6 or 7 in terms of the number of Rhino. But yeah, the Rhino is just a very powerful rocket launcher, and I want to talk more about this section because, as you can see, our first gold bolt, and the only one we're going to be getting in this episode, is here. So what we're going to do here is it's this little, sort of like, oh, are they going to put me up against the enemies or not? So which one of these gates is going to open? Well, the one with the enemies is. So basically we're just traveling through this sort of maze-like area. I mean, it could be a maze, but that's not how they're presenting it. We're basically just going through, and we're activating all of the doors to get out, and the goal is to get up to where that tank is over there eventually. As you can see, you know, it tricked us like, oh, maybe we're gonna get out now, but no, we still have to keep going through. Boop. Oh, are we out now? Oh, we out, yay! But we have more we're gonna do here, because I'm gonna go through the whole rest of this thing. Now, you might think this is a really dumb place to put a gold bolt. Like, I don't get it. This is not a challenge, this is not a maze. Like I said, it's not a maze. It's just press the buttons, and then shit happens. There's nothing actually, like, going on here. You know what I mean? Like, why would they put a gold bolt that's so easy to find? Well, as you can see, we got through that little section. Now we'll go through this section, which is the sort of column or row that this gold bolt is in. I'm just using the Pyrocenter here. It's a very useful weapon, like I said. We got it on the very first, I mean, technically the second planet, but still very relevant here. But as you can see, we come over to this button, and it is broken. The button is broken. Stepping on it does nothing. It's not lit up or anything. So what we're actually going to be doing is very interesting and something probably first-time players aren't going to think to do. They're going to think, oh, maybe I'll get a repair gadget of some kind. It's not the case. So we're going to be coming over here, and first I'm going to be taking out this tank. And I'm going to see, will this reach? Good. Oh, get him! Get him, boys! Oh, let's get him. There we go. And we'll see if we can get him to take out this one. Oh, gosh. Oh my, he can destroy your gadget bots. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and get back onto this little this sewage cap, or whatever. And I'm gonna be helipacking over onto the actual borders. It's sort of like we're cheating the system here. As you can see, we can walk on both the middle platforms and the little dividers in between each little cell. And by just jumping around and not falling, having good balance gets us the first and only gold bolt we'll be getting in this part. The other gold bolt we can't get while we're here, and it's not even on this pathway. It's actually on the second pathway of this planet. I'm gonna come over here, and now it'll give us a quick and easy way back. So that's why there's a button inside there, so that we can get back out. That's one little way you can tell. You're like, okay, there's a broken button on the outside, but there's a working button on the inside. If we ever were to repair this button, then why would there need to be a button on the inside of it to let us out? Well, you can't repair it. And I'm just gonna use the blaster for this. Boom. Destroyed. And I think I took a couple hits, so I'm gonna need this nanotech. Oh no, I guess I got it replenished at some point. I remember getting hit like twice down in the underground little area before we pitted the guards against each other, but I think this is the end of this pathway. I think we're done with this pathway now. Let's check it out. Yep, and before we talk to this lady who's also the same species as like all the people we've been seeing so far, we're gonna come over here, we're gonna break these boxes. And these special crates, they require an explosive, so if there's like a red crate, I know I did it earlier, I didn't mention it then. But if there's an explosive crate, like one of these red ones, then that will do it. But if there isn't, like in that case, I just use a bomb glove to get the bolts. One bomb will probably give me, cost less. Like, one bomb costs 5 bolts, but one of those, you know, or like 3 of those, like, see right here, watch. Kaboom. And it'll fall on top of there, and while I'm getting these other bolts, it'll get. There we go. But we get a lot more than 5 bolts out of just one of those crates, so definitely using a bomb glove on one is a wise investment. So now we'll be coming over here and activating this cutscene.
Welcome to the HoverCon Intergalactic Hoverboard Competition. Captain Quark's giving away a brand new Platinum Zoomerator to the winner of this competition.
A Platinum Zoomerator. Perhaps that will be the proof of your accomplishments that Skid's agent requires.
Wait, do you guys mean Skid McMarks?
Yeah, Skid couldn't make it, so we're here to, you know, fill in for him.
Guess we'll see about that.
Okay, so one interesting thing I'm going to mention before we enter the race. Woo, exciting race! But before I mention that, we could have totally not seen Skid's agent at this point and just come talk to her and be like, this could be the prize that Skid's agent is looking for you. Like, you know, we didn't have to meet him for that to happen. And there's a couple other times in this game where cutscenes will activate and they'll mention things that you could have skipped. Now, I didn't skip them. But anyway, we're going to enter the race, and the controls are as follows. You jump with the X button, which I'm going to wait till we get here. Don't hit the red crates. It's very important. Don't hit red crates. Don't hit steel crates either. They count as not good shit. So as you can see, we're racing. We're hoverboard racing, guys. And, oh my gosh, I'm glad I didn't get hit there. If you, like, hit the side of something, well, not the side, like, if you go in a head-on collision with something, then you are guaranteed to get, like, instant last place. It's really bad. Don't hit the rings and these speed pads, the little floating ring that I just missed there, I'm pretty sure, would have, would have given you a boost. And pretty much the key to these races is to have boost all the time. And I'm actually having a really good run here. In my test playthrough of this race that I did, a test playthrough of just the race, pretty much, I fucked up once, and I just decided to restart. At the very beginning, I hit those red crates. So there's 3 laps. Hitting the amoeboids also boosts you just a tad. So you would think those would be obstacles since they're fucking enemies, but no. They're not. Bolts, oh my gosh, I wonder what those are. Ha, looks like someone hit those at some point. Other than that, this is one of 2 races. We'll be seeing another hoverboard race later. And it looks like if we win this, we'll be able to talk to Captain Quark. Holy shit! That's awesome! But until then, we'll just, you know, hope for the best. Because he said he'd be here in person. So we're totally set to meet him now. We're definitely going to meet him on Rilgar. And check out that time.
Hi folks, Captain Quark here. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce this year's HoverCon Intergalactic Champions. Let's give it up for newcomers,
Ratchet and Clank.
Hey, look, that's us.
Today's winners will take home a brand new professional-grade Model T15 Platinum Zoomerator. Manufactured by Gadgetron, this hoverboard drive delivers more lift, speed, and maneuverability than any other anti-grav device on the market. Well, folks, that's all the time we have. Tonight, remember to set your infobots to the Quark Classic channel for tonight's episode of Dogfight Over Death Canyon, starring yours truly. Thank you, and have a Quark-tastic day.
Well, before I comment on how shitty that was, let me just say that you guys should definitely tune into Dogfight Over Death Canyon later. But first, let's finish this episode. Through here, there's just some guys I want to fight for some bolts, but we can't get through the other side. That's where the actually second pathway is going to end. So for now, we're going to go take this and go to the next pathway. So how shitty was that? He was not here in person. He lied to us. He lied to us. And now, we practically got shit on. We got shit on. Because we didn't get to meet him. So great, I guess the search continues. But in the meantime, we'll be going down the second pathway. And actually, real quick, I'm going to be editing the quick left, and I'll be taking the Mind Glove off in favor of the Hydro Displacer. Okay. Now we're good for that section. Oh, come on, let me off. If we have enough time at the end of this episode, I'm definitely going to head back to Rilgar. This is Rilgar. I'm going to head back to Iridia and show this to Skid's agents. That way, he'll know that we're dank. He'll know that we are the swishest when it comes to hoverboard racing. So as you can see, we're heading below ground, it looks like. So here we're in sort of another sewer system, because we haven't seen enough of those. But anyway, the way the Hydro Displacer works, like used right here, is you go up to one of these little tubes, and if it's down like this, then you can put water in. If it was up like it was there, then you can pull water out. And you essentially take water from one section, and you can either put it back, you can, you know, go in and do stuff, and then you can pull it out, or vice versa. Because some sections, you know, like this one, needs water for us to get out. You know, like we wouldn't be able to get to this section right here if we didn't put water in it. And we come over to this section, we need to drain water so that we can go down there. Right? Simple enough. Exactly. So anyway, we head on down here, but we see there was actually a barrier in here. And we hit that out of the way. But we come over here, and we won't be able to get up to that ledge with the water in its current state, so we'll actually have to head back. So the whole idea of this little thing right here was that you would go down there, you'd see that you need the wrench to knock that out, you'd lower the water, and then you'd go and knock it out, but you'd see that you can't get to the top, so you'd have to run back, put the water back in. That way we can swim to it. Remember, folks, don't drown. But this isn't the scary part yet. This isn't the scary part yet. Okay, so now we're able to get out of the water. And this pathway isn't too long. We're already past a major portion of it. The part that takes a long time here is knowing what to do. So if you're fumbling around and you don't really know like what you're doing, like you're like, how do I get up here? I can't get up here with the helipad. Just with the fucking 5 bolts. Anyway, we're back up to 50,000 bolts. I just noticed as we went to grab that bolt. That's pretty cool. But we go down here, and there's a button. Now, before I press the button, I'm just gonna say this is from anyone who's played this game as a kid will know that this might be a very scary part of the game. So we press it, and we can see water is starting to flood in, and the water is rising. Holy shit, we can't breathe underwater. Like, if we got trapped in this room, we'd die. So the whole point here is to, like, blast through with sonic speed. It goes super fast. And not drown here. This is actually where the second gold bolt is. It's around here somewhere, but we are too busy running for our lives. And I'm just gonna jump over these guys. Fuck it. Come on, make it. Yeah! Told you guys I'm using that all the time. I'm using it all the fucking time. And okay, looks like we're being forced underwater now. And this is usually the part that when I was a kid would stump me, but here, as a grown adult, this isn't scary anymore. I can do it. I can do it! Also, when the water touches the Meeboids, they die. So anyway, so I pretty much did that to the best of my ability. Like, I guess I could have gone faster if I, like, long jumped better. But as you can see, this is where the water's gonna end. And look how close I still was to drowning. But we made it out, and this pathway is pretty much complete. Let's see what our prize is for completing this pathway. The long elevator ride back up to the surface. This is actually the longest elevator ride, I think, on this level. But anyway, we come over here. Ooh, boxes. Yay. And what's this? There's like a trailer? What is there, a celebrity here or something? Like, what's going on here?
Hey, press conference is over. Captain Quark don't want no more reporters bugging him in his trailer.
Oh, you see, my friend and I need to speak to the captain about a matter of galactic security.
You mean you and your walking camera? You paparazzi make me sick. Now beat it!
But, sir, I'm sure the Captain Quark will understand once we...
Now, save it. I know how it works. You convince me to let you in, you snap a picture of the captain in his underpants, then you sell a picture to the info tabloid for $1 million bolts!
You've got it all wrong!
Meanwhile, I'm stuck here making 6 bolts an hour, and I have to listen to a lecture from that cheapskate Quark. So you don't get in unless I get a kickback. In advance.
Okay, so like I mentioned in last part, how all these fucking bolt totals are doubling. So now we have to pay this dude 4,000. I'm just activating this so we'll be able to travel in between here and the hoverboard race later on. But how annoying is this? Now I have to pay 4,000 bolts. It is doubling every time. So anyway, I want to talk to Captain Quark. This might be our chance to talk to him. So of course we're gonna do it. Here we go.
You see how it works? You grease the hinges, the door opens.
Captain Quark?
What's that?
It's Ratchet and Clank, Captain. You know, from the
Oh, yes, I know who you are.
You do?
Yes, and thank the galaxy you found me.
Huh?
There's an awful plot being hatched to destroy our planets.
Ratchet, he knows.
Great. Does that mean we can go hoverboarding now?
My friends, we're all in grave danger. And I believe that together, we can put a stop to this madness.
Together? You mean you want our help?
Look, Ratchet, I've been keeping an eye on you. I've never seen anyone with such raw talent. You are a true hero in the making.
Really? You mean I could be famous?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, here, take this. What makes one man toil in obscurity while another becomes a hero? Is it strength, compassion, determination, or just pure blind luck? Wise men through the ages have struggled with that very question, but Captain Quark knows the secret. That's why he's been able to defeat more despots, rescue more damsels in distress, and save more civilizations than any other hero in the galaxy. Now is your opportunity to see if you've got the stuff heroes are made of. This infobot contains coordinates to Quark's secret base. Can you quickly conquer Quark's killer cannonade of confounded contraptions? Can you quickly Oh, just make your way through the defenses to the center of the base. Prove yourself. Learn the secret and earn your place in galactic history. Consult your doctor before attempting any strenuous exercise. Not responsible for death or dismemberment. Your results may vary. Meet me at my headquarters.
Hey, Captain Ratchet, what do you think?
We won't fail you, sir. We promise.
Okay, so now we have coordinates for Planet Umbris. But before we go there, that'll be the next episode, of course. But first we still have time. We can go back to Iridia and show the Platinum Zoom Raider to Skid's agent. But on that, awesome, Captain Quark knows about Drek, and he is asking for our help, and that's amazing. So it looks like we're gonna, next episode, go to his base and maybe take some sort of test to prove ourselves, and then we'll all go after Drek together. So that's pretty fucking awesome. Pretty sweet. But first, we'll be heading back to Iridia. So as you can see, Rilgar, all missions complete, and we got 1 of 2 bolts. So that's pretty nice. Oh, shit. Okay, I almost went to that. Anyway, let's get back to Iridia and bring the prize to Skid's agent. And we'll see what cool thing we might get. Ooh, I wonder. Maybe another planet or a gadget or... I don't know. I do know. I keep doing that. I keep trying to keep everyone in suspense because I know what's going to happen. Back on Iridia. And unfortunately, this will not be the last time we'll see Iridia. Iridia is going to be like the most visited planet, probably. Because we did the initial episode. Now we're back here again in the Rilgar episode. And we'll be coming back again. I want to say in its own episode again.
Fantastic! You got it! Great work, kid.
So, are you gonna represent me?
You bet, kid. And as a signing bonus, I've got this.
Cool helmet.
That is a sonic summoner. It is used to attract sand mice.
Right, and it's all yours. Well, I'm off to finalize the paperwork. I'll have my people call your people.
Do you have people?
The sonic summoner allows you to interact with the mysterious and intelligent sand mice species. Despite their innocent appearance, sand mice are very effective and aggressive hunters. Simply equip the sonic summoner when you are near a sand mouse house, and a mouse will emerge to greet you. If the mouse likes you, it may offer a bit of high-caliber tactical assistance.
Okay, so that was sort of like a help desk message, but since it was like a cutscene too, I didn't feel right to skip it or talk through it. So as you can see, we have this mouse house, and we've been seeing mouse houses like the whole time. So check it out, Blue. And now we have a little sand mice following us, as you saw in the little cutscene help desk message there that I actually let play through for once. It's not happening again unless there's a cutscene one I'm forgetting about. But it has a little machine gun turret on it, I guess. And it will shoot enemies, so they actually added some enemies over here for us to test it on. Look at him go! Look at him go! And we have a little helmet now, so we actually have something in the helmet department. And we can actually wear this, but if we ever go to a different planet, like, we're gonna... No, we're not. We're actually gonna end the part here. So Iridia is so gonna be in the most parts, by far. So I'm just traveling through the opening area just to show you guys how this shit works. Hit him. Hit him. Woo, look at it. Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. Is he gonna go away anytime soon? They'll just fade eventually. They'll just like go out of existence. So probably in this fight right here, he's gonna be like, okay, I've helped you enough, man. I'm tired. Yep, there he goes. And I'll just take out the rest of these guys. And just like in the cutscene, the little cutscene of like Insomniac Games employee like playing it for us, he also got hit. I think he got hit like a couple times. We'll grab this nanotech. I never mentioned this, but grabbing the nanotech there really doesn't do anything because whenever you leave a planet, your nanotech gets fully restored. Your ammo doesn't. And when you die, your ammo doesn't get fully restored either. So I'm actually going to come over here. I'm already full on 10 out of 10, 50 out of 50, 200. Aha! Something I don't have full ammo on. So we'll buy that real quick and head on to the ship to end this part because there's a cutscene once we land on Umbris. So I'm not going to be going to Umbris in this part like I do every other part. But when it comes to the rest of the parts, unless I can remember there's a cutscene at the beginning, I'm going to try and avoid going to that planet. So, ending it here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you